Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something.
Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next, and if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. So in today's episode, we're going to kind of step off Old Blue a little bit, kind of have like an emergency repair, if you will. A friend of mine, actually very lucky, he broke a tie rod and as he was pulling into his driveway, and yeah, very, very lucky. If that thing come apart when he was on the interstate, yeah, probably wouldn't have ended well for him. So anyway, like I say, somebody was looking after him, so we went up and got it. It's got it on the trailer out there, and we're going to bring it in. So let's get started, shall we? Alrighty then. I'm gonna let my friend do most of the work here. So he's not really mechanically, not his thing, but I'll walk him through it. And he's usually pretty proud and always likes to do things himself. So this will just kind of fuddle that along a bit. Better Rick. Remember to do it in the start. Yeah, it's it off. We got them right jammed on there good, huh? Mm-hmm. Alright. We're going to have to get something a little bit stronger. Chef Emerald, bam! Pick it up a notch. Let me try and talk in Spanish. Get back here and hold on to that wheel. And hang on to it. Nope. Alright.
Picking me up.
Yeah. It's pretty, it's on there pretty snug. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to get a little creative here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him in here with put his foot on the brake real hard, and hopefully he can hold the wheel enough to where I can bust these things loose with a breaker bar. And hopefully don't break them. You on it?
Yep.
Two. I'll tell you, that was fun. I mean, I literally broke my big breaker bar busting those wheel nuts loose. That's with him in the car standing on the brakes, and his back brakes are useless, so they're still spinning. So we had to jam up the back wheels to get them to stay while we leaned on it with the breaker bar. Then we ultimately ended up breaking the breaker bar. But anyway, we finally got them all loose now. So we'll pull all four wheels and just give it a good look over, make sure he doesn't have any other surprises waiting to happen. And you know, when we put them back on, we'll tighten them to a more reasonable, less Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger torque. So, yeah, take the wheels off. Now, to be able to get this thing on the trailer, I had to be able to steer it, so I just kind of held the tie rod on here with the zip tie. I know that seems kind of hillbilly and hinky, but it worked. All I had to do was hold it on there long enough for us to move it around a little bit. But as you can see, ta-da, all gone. So, the problem is these things don't have grease fittings on them hardly anymore, so you end up, you know, he couldn't have maintained these if he wanted to, and I'm sure he got plenty of warning with sloppy steering and stuff like that. Being his beater daily, he probably didn't pay much mind to it, so he paid mind to it when it fell off, I guarantee you that. 18. That's going to be hot when it comes out of there. All right, now. The problem we have here is this. Hopefully you can see it. What's left of the tie rod is still stuck in the spindle here, so we're going to have to break out the old BFH, actually the GBFH, and get that out of there. And just for y'all tuning in for the first time, this is a BFH, this is a GBFH. Google it, you'll figure it out. Easy peasy. I'll give you some good close-up video of this, what's left of this tie rod in here in just a bit. But we're going to go ahead and get the new one on here. What we're going to do is we're going to break it loose, take the old one off, leave the jam nut in place where the old one was, and screw the new one on to the same place to maintain what little bit of alignment there was, and then you can always take it later and go get it lined up. If they'll line it up, we'll have to check to see if everything, what else is worn out on it, if anything. They don't. The ball joint don't feel too bad. That's a good sign. Alright, let's get this out. Now we want to keep that jam nut right where it was, so we know just how far to put our new tie rod on. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be close enough to get him home and get him to a shop where you can get it lined up. Alright, so we got our new one. We're going to screw it on in here and get it on there. So we're going to take it right up to that jam nut. It should be every bit as good as he was before. Check and make sure that these arms are the same length. Yep. Use this nice little protective shield here. Just to protect that boot. Now with this, we got a hole. Line our hole up. Look at that right there. Right. A little hole right there. Right. And you take and you bend your cotter key. Like so. And bend this one up. And you're in like Finn or Bob Junker, as they say. Now we'll lock our jam nut down. Alright, you want to get on this pair of ice grips again for me real quick? Alright. There you go. Let's check for free play. Doing a tie rod in, it's pretty simple. Not much to it. Outer one anyway. Inner one's a bit more of a challenge, but that's a whole nother video. Alright, let me move some stuff around here a bit and reposition the camera, and we're going to check some other stuff and make sure everything's kosher on this thing. We'll be back in a flash. Alright. So, here's a close-up view of his tie rod end, and this is the part that goes down onto the spindle, which is connected to your tire. And the problem is that, bleep, popped right off. You can see it's all dried up and all the grease is gone out of it. So, that happens. You know, they don't put grease fittings on them anymore. They just fill them up with like a lifetime lubricant, but eventually they're going to dry out, and that car's got like 1 billion miles on it, so it doesn't owe him anything. But you know, when you start feeling a little slop or something feels different in your steering, you want to get it looked at. You don't want to sit there and take chances. This could have ended very badly for him if he was driving down the interstate. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Ring the little bell icon there so you'll get notified when we post a new video. And also, feel free to comment. And you can also email me at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.